All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Mr. Deadman. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Nick Rekieta is not taking L's anymore. Right now, he's taking W's. It is what it is. Let's go and put this on the screen here, and let's go and get into this. Let's check this out.
For you guys, on the judge who signed off on my warrant. You know the one where we're like, if you ring her out, like liquor just pours straight out of her vagina? Not a judge anymore, you fucking dumb bitch.
Oh, look at that. Holy crap. Look at that. Look at his face as he's gloating about that. I mean, all those that would have Rekieta to like be behind bars and all. Look. I know when all that CPS stuff went down, I was like, you know, this looks pretty bad for Rekieta. This looks bad for Rekieta and all that stuff. But even the judge that signed off on that is no longer a judge. Dude, maybe that county's as corrupt as Rekieta said it was.
Oh, I hope you get run over by something heavy. Ooh. Good God. Not a judge anymore. Former judge, the dishonorably discharged.
I forgot to note, it is funny that a former lawyer, a practicing lawyer, attorney, is talking about this. But okay, all right.
Honorable Jennifer Fisher, the fucking cunt who signed my warrant request in 4 minutes after I called, or after I said she was an alcoholic who, if you squeezed her hard enough, liquor would come out of her pussy or something.
And by the way, I actually believe Rekieta on this because he would know how to spot an alcoholic. Right?
Like that. I don't quite remember that stream so well, but that stream was the basis for the warrant request that she signed. She should have recused herself from that decision. She should have. What she had to do was resign from being a judge forever, and her license is permanently given up. She can no longer practice law. She can no longer be a judge. And the reason is because she was taking retaliatory action against everybody. Any lawyers, fellow judges, anybody, state's attorneys, county attorneys, independent attorneys, it didn't matter.
Holy crap. So she was being a massive see you next Tuesday. Dude, what? Please go into detail.
This all happened, you know, wherever. I've spoken about that judge and how she doesn't know the law on several occasions. I said she was a bad judge over and over and over again because it was fucking true. And if you think for a moment,
hold on here, Rekieta. Now, all you guys who hate Rekieta, hey, you might have questions. You might have doubts about Rekieta's understanding of the law as well, right? But the judge was dishonorably discharged. How do you argue against that? I mean, he called it. He called it. I mean, for all those who might be kind of like feeling kind of burned by this news, don't be. If you feel like you're burned by this or it's really bothering you, you care too much. Like, all I want to do is be entertained. And stuff like this sort of like irony here, this weird twist that was unexpected, it is very entertaining. So I like it. Hey.
That judge, Jennifer Fisher, wasn't aware of what I had said about her. I don't know what to tell you. It's not my current case is over, Collector's Digest. My case is over. But she was the one who signed the warrant request. She recused herself at the beginning of my case after some drama had happened. But see, I didn't know it at the time. I'd heard rumors. I'd heard some talk. I'd heard some locker room talk about what was going on with her. but I didn't know about the recusals. So what Judge Fisher started to do was anytime she had a problem with any attorney or any person in a case, she would refuse to work with them forever. She would recuse herself from their cases. And if anything from those people got calendared before her, she would find a way to get out of doing those hearings, etc. She there's two things you can do, right? You can officially recuse from a case. That's the first option. The other is you can decalendar yourself, or you can be decalendared by the higher court as sort of like a quiet punishment. But she was decalendaring herself, so she told court administration, "I won't take this case. I won't do them." So she didn't have an opportunity to recuse. She refused the assignments in advance. And she was doing this.
And I guess, could judges do that without any sort of penalty? Like, they could just say, "Oh, no, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that."
Based on people talking negatively about her in any way. Now, I've spoken negatively about her for a couple of years, that much more coherently and eloquently than, look at her coming out of her pussy. Like that was an embarrassment to everything when I was on stream like that. And like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Well, I'm glad he admits it.
Now it happened. It's over. It's done. But that being said, what I said was true. If you squeeze her, liquor comes just flooding right out because she's a fucking alcoholic and a lush, and she's vindictive and vengeful. And that fucking cunt put more people in jail based on her feelings than anybody else in this fucking county. So she can get executed for all I care.
Holy crap. Bring out the guillotine for her, huh?
People don't realize, like, can you imagine? The judges have almost entirely, almost complete autonomy in sentencing. This fucking bitch is sentencing people based on her feelings, the opposite of what a judge is supposed to do. How many fathers and mothers?
Well, it sounds like how a woman would judge, though.
Did she put in jail? How many brothers, sisters, sons and daughters who weren't able to care for their parents, who fathers and mothers who weren't able to go to their typically lower income jobs, struggling through to feed their children, weren't able to do it.
Dude, this is a Rekieta victory
because they had to serve 30 days in jail instead of no days in jail because Judge Fisher had a bad day, because Judge Fisher didn't like something that she heard them say. This is the judge who scolded my client for having a private attorney. My last client in the sentencing hearing. This is the judge who went on a tirade about how dare my client hire her own attorney, and same judge whom I said, Judge Fisher, I took the case pro bono and my client hasn't paid me a single penny. I wouldn't ask for it. I wouldn't accept it.
Whoa. Do you believe that? A charitable Rekieta there.
She used the fact that my client hired a private attorney in her sentencing decision. This was a bad judge.
Hey, if that's true, that is freaking wild, because that should not be a factor whatsoever. It is your right to have an attorney.
Bad woman. And I hope she dies miserably.
And I'm guessing it is true because she's been dishonorably discharged. Like, she's not a judge and her license has been suspended forever.
I don't want peace for her. I don't want anything. The amount of lives that she has impacted, ruined, the relationships that she has destroyed, the children that she has taken away from their families.
Think about the kids.
Businesses that she has shut down.
Think about the kids. Were you thinking about the kids when you're having your swinger party and the party favors all over the place?
You know what punishment she'll get? The only punishment she got is she had to step down as a judge and she lost her law license. That's it. She doesn't go to jail. The amount of man hours that she put into jail based on her own vindictiveness is incalculable. Literally incalculable. Fuck her and fuck this judicial system right in its mouth. I have no sympathy for abused authority. Are her
all right. Hey, I mean, it is a Rekieta victory here. You got to admit it when it is.
past
Okay?
cases at risk?
Hey, you have to call balls and strikes when they come, okay? That's just the way it is.
I hope so. I hope intrepid lawyers go after her. But like when they go after judges, they tend to write things so that it's hard for the incarcerated or the punished to utilize the judge's discipline against them unless they could show the judge. But the judge isn't required to justify their sentencing decisions. They don't have to write it down. She never had to say, I didn't like the way this looked. She said, by the way, she said, super racist, which is probably the funniest part about her. Extremely
Wow, sounds like you guys have something in common there.
Racist, very sexist. She hated women, which is also funny. It's like, God, well, you're a funny judge, but you're not supposed to be a judge, and you can't be racist and sexist.
Maybe she could be a law tuber. Maybe that's her next career. She's gonna challenge Rekieta on his streaming career.
Just as a judge, you can't do that. Oh, and you also can't lie about your boss having a heroin addiction, you fucking dumb bitch.
Oh,
imagine, like, this is the same shit that happens every day in every workplace, except this workplace takes away liberty and property from people. Absolute evil.
Wow.
Catastrophically evil. But hey, it's over. She's gone.
She is gone. Dishonorably discharged there. Guys, like I said, it is a victory for Rekieta. He's been getting some wins here. It is what it is. A lot of you guys probably thought Rekieta was the one who's going to go behind bars and be punished for, I don't know, like, I don't care about the swinging stuff. That is what it is, the swinging and the cucking, all that stuff, all the weird stuff. Having the party favors all around while there's kids in the same house, that is a problem. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, it's not my family. At the end of the day, I just want to be entertained. And the way this drama played out is very entertaining. I mean, I've been paying attention. I know you have as well. It's not Rekieta that went to jail. It's Aaron Mholte who went to jail. The one who is the rat of the whole thing went to jail. So look at that. Look at that. Anyway, with that said, you guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments section. And yeah, don't be licking your wounds, man. It is what it is. Just accept it for what it is. Rekieta's getting wins. Now, is he coming back? Is this going to empower him and embolden him? I'll tell you what, man. LawTube is boring. Like, they need someone like Rekieta to spice things up. So, those are my thoughts. Y'all have a good one and take it easy.